What is up, Ada Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central. My name is Fareed. In today's video, we're going to be highlighting some of the latest developments going on in Cardano, as well as just talking about the general sentiment in the crypto market right now, as Bitcoin has just broken above 44,000 from a monthly low, which around the timeline of November was right around 30 to 35,000. So we continue to climb up. The Bitcoin spot ETFs are going to be coming hopefully at the beginning of January. And then we've also got the Bitcoin halving coming along in April. So for me personally, the worst is definitely behind us. It's going to be bigger, brighter, and better days ahead. And I hope that you guys are also thinking the same as well. Now, the first thing I want to do is just quickly highlight a poll that I recently released on my YouTube community page, breaking down the community sentiment within the current market, basically asking if we're in a bear market or bull market. And I think that the results may actually surprise you. They definitely surprised me for sure, which is why I want to go ahead and quickly touch on that. Now, after that, I do want to jump into the Cardano TVL or total value lock, highlighting where we currently stand, and then just taking a look at some of the market leaders in terms of Dapp's building on Cardano. After that, we've got some brief news surrounding Indigo, and then I also want to jump into some topics surrounding Lenfi, followed by Orcfax, which is now integrated into a new platform. And then last but not least, if you're on the go or if you just want to be ready, right, to be able to make swaps, stake your ADA, etc., I want to highlight one particular wallet that you may definitely need over the course of the upcoming bull market. As always, if you guys do enjoy content like this, I would appreciate you if you could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by Dapp Central and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions for me about any of the things that we're talking about today, then make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below. Now, if you do want to support the channel even further, I am a single stake pool operator operating the official Dapp Central stake pool, which is stake pool ticker DAPP. If you'd like to delegate to the actual pool, you will be able to not only earn your ADA, but also the Matera token, given the fact that their ISPO has kicked off from epoch number 451 all the way to 493. So the first thing I want to jump into is just the current sentiment in the crypto market. So as I mentioned, Bitcoin has officially broken 44K. I released this poll no more than 24 hours ago when Bitcoin had just broken over 40K, which was a big milestone, at least this early on in the crypto cycle. So as you guys can see there, the question is, Bitcoin just broke 40K. Can we finally call this a bull market? Surprisingly, 51% said yes, of course, whereas 49% said no, not yet. Now, I did see a couple of comments there, and some of them had basically said, it's not a bull market until the halving. It's not a bull market until we make an all-time high. So it seems like maybe the description or the definition of what a bull market is might actually be different between yourself and I if you voted for no. But I would definitely say that we're in a bull market given the fact that we've now trended very far away from our swing low, which was back around November of 2022 when Bitcoin hit about $15,000 or $16,000 right after the FTX collapsed. Now, we may potentially have a pullback within the market given how overheated we are and how much price action there's been up and to the right. And so it wouldn't surprise me if we do get a temporary pullback, potentially back down to 38,000, 35,000, or worst case scenario, back down to 30,000, given the fact that we've now been able to flip over that key point of resistance, which was resistance all throughout the early portion of 2023 into now support. We just literally made that flip back in October. So let me know what you guys think down below. I definitely think that we are in a bull market. One thing that I've definitely seen has just been the consumption of content on my channel as well as just on other crypto-based channels as well. On top of that, we've also got Google Trends basically highlighting the search for crypto and Bitcoin at an all-time high with a peak back in October when we saw that rally of Bitcoin from $26,000 all the way up to about $35,000 to $38,000. So again, I wanted to just quickly kick off with that there. I was really surprised by those results there. If you are in the bear camp, let me know what you guys think down below. If you're in the bull camp, go ahead and just give me what your thoughts are surrounding what we can expect. Again, at this point, for me personally, I do think that we will see somewhat of a pullback as the market needs to cool off before we make that next leg up and attack the all-time high, which is right around $69,000. Okay, now that we've got that out the way, let's go ahead and just talk about Cardano. So we're going to jump right on into DeFi Llama in order to review the Cardano TVL. Now the TVL currently sits right now at about 287 million. If we take a look at it in valuation in terms of ADA, again, we are about to make another all-time high with over 706 million ADA currently locked on the network. If we take a look at it in terms of USD, given the fact that Cardano has pumped from 24 cents all the way to about 42 cents right now as I'm shooting this video, our TVL is about to make an all-time high as well. But again, it's sitting right at around 272 or $275 million. If we take a look at the very peak that we had back in April of 2022, as the bear market was just kicking off and we were just getting the deployments of smart contracts, we hit an all-time high in terms of TVL of $308 million. So we're not far away. If we see a huge pump within the crypto ecosystem and we potentially get an ADA or Cardano going to 45, potentially 46 or 47 cents, we could definitely be setting an all-time high in terms of TVL in the USD denomination or in USD's valuation. Scrolling down a little bit, let's touch on some of the biggest builders here. Now, before I jump into the builders, let me just kind of just show you guys the sea of green that we have here. And again, it's mainly due to the fact that the value of ADA has gone up in terms of the dollar. And so we would expect to see these values rising as well. But as you guys can see there, the only platform over the course of the last 7 days or month with red appears to be Optum Finance. And then we've got MiaSwap down there with almost little to no liquidity. So I'm not going to go ahead and count that particular one. If we scroll back up to the top here, we've got Indigo coming in at number 1, CDP platform. I talk about them quite heavily here with a TVL of $70 million. Now they're beginning to pull away much faster from MinSwap. So MinSwap is right behind them at $66 million. In terms of just the price change over the last month, both of those platforms with over 20% increases in TVL alone. At number 3, right now, there's a big drop off between MinSwap and Liquid. So Liquid is at about $33 million right now, and they've actually got a pretty big boost as well in the last month with a 32% positive movement in their TVL. Right behind them, we've got JED, stablecoin, followed by MusliSwap, A-Starter, and Vi Finance. So a lot more DEX is really starting to climb the ranks here, and I think this is going to be a trend, especially as more people jump into the ecosystem in order to begin swapping for Cardano native assets. Now, to that end, I did recently have Pete from Learn Cardano, as well as Wilson from Paribus and Daniela from Revuto to talk about the Blue Shift Cardano Startup Index. If you're not familiar with Blue Shift, they're going to be offering portfolios on Cardano, and they're also going to be going multi-chain. So if you're looking for a quick way to get access to multiple Cardano native tokens without having to jump on one particular platform and make multiple swaps, I definitely recommend going and checking out some sort of index style platform, for example, like Blue Shift. Now, on that note, we are also expecting Maze protocol to launch. They're right now on the testnet. We're also expecting Matera to launch as well. And again, their ISPO is currently ongoing. Last but not least, we are expecting Linkage Finance as well to launch, and they're on the testnet as well. So I think that these 3 platforms are going to be the go-to, especially when you want to go ahead and get quick access to the Cardano ecosystem in terms of indexes. So that's going to do it there for the brief review there of the TVL. Again, a lot of really positive action here. We've got Wing Riders with 29%, Lenfi with 40% over the last month. We've got Fluid Tokens here with 3,200% gains in terms of TVL in just the last month alone. So seems like they're getting a lot of action and a lot of traction here over the course of the past couple of weeks. So let's go ahead and jump into updates now surrounding Indigo. And what I want to highlight here is just going to be their monthly stats. So as it states here, we can see that between November 1st and December 1st, their TVL, again, has risen 28%, with the IUSD token or asset leading the way. We did have a recent proposal for the community to vote to raise the MCR or the collateral ratio in order to mint IUSD from 120 all the way to 150%. What was really interesting was that we had one particular position with over 1.1 million ADA that was close to getting liquidated, but thankfully in time, they were able to go ahead and actually update that platform or that particular position. Now, right behind them, we've got IBTC, and then we've got IETH with not much growth there this month, but we did get IBTC with growth of 13%. In terms of the iAsset market cap, that has risen a whopping 9%. And then in terms of total CDPs here at the bottom left-hand corner, that has actually kind of fallen off a little bit. So we still have quite a bit of IUSD CDPs. That seems to be their breadwinner. And then we did get a pretty decent decrease in both IBTC and IETH collateralized debt positions. In terms of stakers, we have 1,800 stakers. And then the ADA rewards distributed is at about 275,000 ADA. If you do hold the Indy token, not only will it give you access to stake and earn additional Indy, but you also get access to their governance platform in order to voice your voice as a part of their proposals. If I'm not mistaken, right now there is a proposal currently active to vote for Indigo Protocol V2. Make sure to go ahead and read that document and head over to their governance portal if you are an Indy holder. In terms of some of the APRs here, we do have the IUSD stability pool providing the best return at a 27% HRA. We've got IBTC with 17% and then IETH at 23%. I believe that will do it there for some of the brief updates surrounding the Indigo protocol. Jumping into the next piece here, I want to chat about Lenfi. So they've also released their monthly stats. Looking at the left-hand side there, again, their TVL sitting at about 14 million ADA. The average size of their loan really increasing here. So the size is now sitting at 6,870 ADA. Let me just quickly pull up a calculator here. And we're going to do 6870 times the current price of ADA, about 42 cents. The average loan is about $2,800 US. So we're really starting to see some actual liquidity being utilized, right? Or people coming to actually leverage pretty decent sized loans utilizing blockchain technology. In terms of the volume of accepted loans, that's a little bit over 2.7 million ADA. And then the token in the spotlight, which continues month over month to be in the spotlight, is going to be the SNEC token. So we saw 5.7 million ADA's worth of SNEC being provided as collateral. You guys may recall that this was one of the closest votes that we had here on the Lenfi protocol. And it seems like it's definitely paid off with this particular token being in the spotlight for at least 2 to 3 months back to back to back. So a lot of the SNEC community really utilizing their tokens and putting that to work for them, right? In order to borrow and potentially go ahead and access DeFi and other things within the Cardano ecosystem by utilizing SNEC as collateral. Scrolling down at the bottom left-hand side there, in terms of the most borrowed tokens, not a surprise, we do have ADA. So we got about 2.6 million ADA being borrowed, followed by the Hunt token. So this is the token for the DEX Hunter protocol. I believe holding the Hunt token will give you discounts on the actual platform. And I think there's also going to be governance coming online very soon as well. Now, we also have IUSD right behind that with 26,000 of that being borrowed, followed by Kobe, which has had a pretty big price increase here over the course of the last month alone, since their listing on the Uniswap platform, which is arguably one of the biggest DEXs right now on Ethereum. Following that, we've got SNEC, Meld, and Jed. Looking at the top right-hand corner, in terms of the most used collateral, again, not a surprise, we've got SNEC coming in at number 1 with 5.76 million ADA's worth being used as collateral. We've got, following that, Lenfi, 4.8 million. And of course, that also makes sense. That's the native governance token for the actual Lenfi protocol alone. Now, there is a pretty big drop off there, which is going to be next is Iagon, with 615,000 ADA's worth being borrowed. And then we've got Hunt, ADA, and the World Mobile Token. Now, at the bottom right-hand corner, in terms of the most lucrative opportunities, we do have an APR for Meld of 33% anytime that's borrowed, followed by an APR of 27 or 28% for SNEC that is borrowed. And then we've got IUSD at 21%, followed by JED right around the same amount, around 21% as well. So if you're looking to put your assets to work for you, definitely think about putting them up as assets to be borrowed on the platform. And of course, make sure that you are asking for enough collateral in case that the person that is taking your loan does not pay it back or they just default in terms of that. So pretty cool update there surrounding Lenfi. Jumping over into this next piece, I do want to quickly highlight that the Milk token, the native governance token for the MusiSwap platform, can now be used as a borrowable asset. So if you want to borrow the Milk token and you want to put down something, for example, like Lenfi or SNEC as collateral, you can go ahead and do that in order to get access to Milk. Similarly, we have the OptumFi token or the Optum token, which can now be borrowed or used as collateral. So pretty cool update there as well. I do see that one token is missing from this list, and that is going to be the Mehen token. So the Mehen token will be added as a borrowable asset as well. I would really like to see this particular stable coin also added as a collateral asset, because again, it's a stable coin, right? It provides a lot of value. And I think that there could be a lot of holders looking to potentially utilize that as collateral in order to borrow other Cardano native assets. So that will do it there for that particular piece surrounding the Lenfi protocol. As always, if you guys do enjoy these types of updates, I would appreciate you if you could give me that thumbs up. It really does make a difference here on the channel. Not only does it help to get this content out to other members within Cardano, it also lets YouTube algorithm know that I'm doing a good job. If you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And as always, if you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave them down below. Okay, jumping into the next piece, I want to quickly chat about Orcfax. So Orcfax is going to be, or Orcfax is, excuse me, I'm working on that. I continuously say that platforms are going to be when they actually are. So if you guys do catch me saying that, please go ahead and let me know down below. I'm really working on making sure that I'm using the right tense or the right words here. And again, Orcfax is, they're already live on the mainnet. So Orcfax is a Oracle platform building right now on Cardano. Now the Sarah platform is going to be, right, a lending and borrowing platform. And they're also going to allow different things such as copy trading. And we now have an official partnership or integration of the Orcfax Oracle on the Sarah platform. So it states, we're extremely excited to share the news that we've implemented Orcfax decentralized Oracle into our platform. This marks a major milestone as we start to shift from our own centralized oracles, which in turn amplifies our approach towards non-custodial setup for our mainnet launch. We selected Orcfax due to the team behind the project, their support during the implementation, and obviously the tech that it drives. I did have Peter Van Garderen here on the channel about a month or two back to break down everything that the Orcfax platform is going to offer. He also taught a masterclass at the Cardano Summit in Dubai, which is available online from the Cardano Foundation. So if you guys want to find out more about Orcfax and what they're building, then make sure to go ahead and check those out as well. Now, if I jump over into this next piece, one really cool thing that I like about what the Orcfax team has done is their Orcfax Explorer. So think of this as, for example, something like Cardano Scan, where you're able to quickly review and just kind of check all of the chain data or all of the on-chain data that the Oracle provider is feeding into the community. So right now, I believe one of the feeds that they do have is going to be the Cardano ADA feed. I think that they'll be adding additional facts or additional feeds in the future. But as you can see there, we do have 5 facts being published today. So 5 pieces of data coming online as a part of today. Looking at the top portion of the page, we do have over 2,000 facts being published in total. 5 were published today. And again, they only have one particular feed right now, which is for Cardano. So as you can see there, every couple of hours, it is pulling the Cardano price and then bringing that on chain for any protocols that may want to go ahead and grab that data. Again, go ahead and check out the Orcfax platform. I believe you can head over to orcfax.io in order to learn more. Last but not least, I do want to quickly chat about a potential wallet, which I think has really actually gathered the majority of the market share right now. And if you're going to be looking to be making swaps on the go, or if you maybe just want to stake, buy NFTs, etc., whatever the case is, right? If you're not at your regular desktop or laptop, then I definitely recommend this particular wallet. So I want to just give a quick shout out to the Vespr team. This is, I believe, one of the biggest wallets by adoption on Cardano for right now. And I think that they only focus on mobile. So I think that is actually what has given them an edge. The fact that they only focus on mobile, therefore allowing them to really hone in and give us the best experience there right now. I know that there's other wallets, for example, like Nami, which are only available as a browser extension and they don't actually focus on mobile at all. But that's exactly, I think, what makes the Vespr wallet stand out. Now, some of the features I want to quickly highlight include the ability to swap, right? So if you want to connect to a platform, for example, like MinSwap, Wing Riders, Sunday Swap, MusiSwap, you can go ahead and actually do that and execute your swaps on the go utilizing this really simple and user-friendly wallet. Right behind that, we've got the ability to stake. So if you want to go ahead and provide your ADA to a stake pool operator in order to earn a 3 to potentially 4% yield passively, then you can go ahead and actually stake using the Vespr wallet. On top of that, they've got an ADA on-ramp, which is actually new news to me, through Google Play, in Apple Pay, as well as credit or debit card as well. So if you want to go ahead and just purchase ADA and get that sent directly into your wallet, you can go ahead and utilize that on ramp. They've also got a Dapp browser. So for anybody who potentially wants to connect to a platform, for example, like Indigo or potentially even JPEG.store, in order to make an NFT purchase, you can go ahead and utilize the Vespr wallet, jump into their Dapp store, hit the particular website that you want to go ahead and connect to. And because they're integrated in there, you can quickly then connect your Vespr wallet and then interact as you normally would. They've also got NFT support, for all the degens out there. Really simple, very easy. And I like how you can reorder and just manage your collections directly within the wallet. They've also got boosts. I need to do a little bit more research surrounding that. And then they also provide drip rewards. So I think that kind of piggybacks off of something potentially like what we have with, what is the name of that platform there? Drip drops, where you're able to claim tokens that are given out to you by SPOs, potential projects, etc. So quite the comprehensive wallet there. Again, make sure to go ahead and check out the Vespr wallet if you guys are going to be on the go and just staying in tune with the market as we gear into the bull market. At least that is my opinion. That will do it here for today's video. As always, I would appreciate you if you learned anything along the way, if you could hit that like button. If it's your first time stopping by Dapp Central, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions for me surrounding anything we've chatted about, which includes Cardano, TVL, Indigo, Lenfi, Orcfax, or Vespr, then make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below. That said, as always, I will see you guys in the next video.